You know that moment in the horror movie when the hero is about to open the wrong door and you're screaming at the screen because you can see exactly what they can't? Well, that's me. Every single time I watch a retire at 62 video. Look, there's one on YouTube right now with lots of views. The production is polished, the advisor is confident, the logic is clean. And every time I watch it, I talk back to my screen, not because the math is wrong, because there's a door in that video that nobody shows you. And most of the people watching it are about to walk right through that door. Look, I'm not here to attack any specific advisor. I'm here to show you the door, because once you see it, you can make an actual decision. Not a hope, an actual decision. Here's what that video never, ever says. Let me start by telling you what the Retire at 62 video gets right. You can claim Social Security at 62. That's a legal, available option. And for some people, it is 100% absolutely the right move. If you have a pension that covers your expenses, if your portfolio can sustain 5 or 6 years of withdrawals, if your health history gives you a real, documented reason to claim early, that advisor video, it's talking right to you, and it makes a strong case. But here's what I know from the inside. Most of the people watching that video, they don't have a pension. They don't have 5 years of portfolio withdrawals just sitting there, and are making the health argument out of fear, not out of a diagnosis. Fear is not a financial plan. And that video never once asks, hey, which one are you? Here's the door. Nobody shows you. You claim at 62. The check comes. It's smaller than you expected because claiming early permanently reduces your benefit up to 30% less than what you would have gotten if you'd waited to your full retirement age. But the check comes. And for a while, it feels like freedom. Then the check is not quite enough. So what happens? You pick up some work, part-time, a few $100s a month, maybe more, and that's where the door closes behind you. If you claim Social Security before your full retirement age, and you earn the annual earnings limit, so Social Security is going to withhold $1 of your benefit for every $2 you earn over that limit. Here's an example. Right now, at the time this video is published, the earnings limit is approximately $24,480 a year for right now. That's $2,040 a month. So if you're working part-time and you're earning more than the earnings limit, SSA is going to penalize you. You claimed early to get the check, and now you're working to make up for the check being small. And working is making the check smaller. That's the earned income trap. I know someone who walked right into it. Smart person, watched the video, followed the advice, claimed at 62 because the advisor said it was a legitimate strategy, and then took a part-time job 6 months later because the check alone was not covering the bills. Called me, and they found out what the earnings limit meant for their benefit. The question they just asked me was, why did nobody tell this to me before I signed up? Well, let me show you the other side of that door. I call it the survival gap. If you claim at 62, your full retirement age, let's call it 67, that's 5 years. During those 5 years, your benefit is permanently reduced. Your earnings are capped. And you don't have Medicare yet. Medicare does not begin until you are age 65. That means 3 years between when you claim Social Security at 62 and when Medicare will cover you. So what does that mean? Well, you better go find some private health insurance. And private health insurance for someone between 62 and 65, it can be expensive depending on your age and your income. I'm going to leave a link here head over to kff.org. There's a really great calculator over there that helps you figure out how much you would spend on health insurance in the marketplace. Look, take the 2 minutes and see what it would cost in your specific area. Let me put some real numbers on this. Let's say your Social Security benefit at 62 is $1,400 a month. Why? Well, that's a reduced benefit. Your FRA, that amount might have been $1,800. Out of that $1,400, not an overly expensive, not a surprise, you may be paying $600 a month for health insurance. That leaves $800. $800 a month before rent, before utilities, before groceries. Oh, and by the way, if you go earn money to close that gap, the earnings limit starts to claw back your benefit. That's not the retire at 62 story that the advisor in the video told. Well, that advisor has a portfolio. The advisor story, it has a bridge. The advisor story has options. Most of the people watching that video are living that survival gap story. And those are two completely different conversations. So here's what I say back to my screen. Every time a video like that plays, I want it to stop and ask 3 questions. Not the break-even question, not the life expectancy question. 3 specific questions that tell you whether the video is even important, or even talking to you in the first place. Question 1, do you have a bridge, a pension, a partner's full income, or a stock portfolio that can cover your real monthly expenses for 5 to 6 years without the Social Security check? Not almost cover it with a little bit extra. If the answer is yes, guess what? You have a bridge. Keep watching that video, it's talking to you. If the answer is no, that video is not talking to you, and you need to know that before you sign up. Question 2, do you have a health reason or a health fear? It's a big difference. A health reason is a diagnosis, a documented condition, a conversation with a doctor about realistic longevity. A health fear? I watched it. I watched my father struggle, and I didn't want to wait. Well, that fear is real. I've lived a version of that myself, but fear is not a financial strategy. If you have a medical basis for claiming early, that's a legitimate input. Put it on the table, honestly. If you have a fear, name it for what it is, and then do the math anyway. Question 3, have you run your actual number? Not the example in the video, not the national average, your specific number. Please go to ssa.gov, create or log into your account, pull up your earnings record, see what your benefit is at 62, 67, and 70. Look, until you've done that, you're making a permanent decision based on somebody else's example. Those 3 questions are what I'm saying back to my screen every single time I see a video like that. Look, if you want to run your actual numbers right now, I put together a 1-page retirement reality check. You can use it today. It walks you through your Social Security estimate, your real expenses, and helps you identify your real gap. Just shoot your email over to brainflash.com, free of charge. It comes straight to your inbox. No guesswork. Your numbers. Now, I want to tell you what I'm actually saying when I talk back to that screen. Look, I'm not yelling at the financial advisor. I'm talking to the person watching the video, the person who is 62 or 63, who is tired, who has been working for 40 years, who watched that video and felt for the first time in a long time like maybe they could just stop. That feeling is real. You've earned it. And I'm not here to take it away from you. I'm here because I've seen what happens when that check, it's not enough. And the part-time job triggers that earnings limit and the health insurance. It costs more than expected, and someone who thought they were finally free is left scrambling. That's the door that video does not show you. And once you walk through it, you cannot walk back. So here's what I want you to know. I want you to stop. Run the 3 questions. Go pull your real number at ssa.gov. Build the bridge before you claim, or at least know exactly what gap that you're accepting if you claim early. Not because 62 is wrong. It's because you deserve a decision, not some hope. The advisor video that has all those views. Why? Because it is telling people what they want to hear. This video will get fewer views because it's telling you what you need to hear. The difference? It's the door. Now you can see it. This is Brain Flash.